Hey, it's Jonas. Welcome to my Piggyback Payday review where I'll show you the members area, I'll show you what the upsells are, how much they will cost, and on top of that, I created a pretty cool bonus that I think you're going to like. Now, before we get started in the first place, just want to let you know that the Piggyback Payday software that you get when you purchase this is for Windows only, and I have a MacBook, so I haven't been able to test that out. And when I saw that it was Windows only, I wasn't planning on doing a review of this in the first place because I figured, how would I do that when I can't test it out? But I realized that there's training in here. So this is what the member site is going to look like. And then when you go to basic training, there's going to be training so that even if you don't have a Windows computer, you can still follow the training and do things manually. Would I recommend it? It depends, but we'll get to that in just a little minute. But before we get started, let's take a quick look at the sales page. He makes $691 a week by piggybacking on the success of others, using software that does 90% of the work. Traffic is built in, no experience is needed, and the method is unexploited. Now, normally I would say there's no way in hell that this is going to happen. It's not realistic. You're not going to start making $699 or $691 per week. For at least a lot of months work. But the thing is, with this method, you actually can get to this level fairly easy. And the reason for that is the whole method by itself is about reaching out to Instagram influencers, so that's people that have a large following, and then you ask them to do a shout out for you where you sell products on Shopify. Now, I know for a fact that this works. I've got friends who's done this method before, and they're making lots and lots of money. You can make a lot more than $691 per week. But yeah, I would say this is actually fairly realistic. I wouldn't recommend, or I wouldn't say that you're going to make this the first week or so, and of course it's possible you'll never get to that level, but $600 or roughly $700 a week from this, it's absolutely not impossible, and there's no big learning curve here either. You can get here fairly quickly. You just need to take action, and then it's very easy to scale up as well because you don't really need to do any work at all yourself here, which is pretty cool. So this is kind of, as you can see here, no actual work. You make other people do all the work for you. In this case, it's actually pretty much true. That's what you're going to do, so that's pretty cool. Now, anyway, let me just quickly talk about the bonus that I created, because inside of the members area here, you're going to learn how the software works and also how to basically contact influencers and stuff if you do it manually. Now, what isn't mentioned here is the fact that how do you actually get products that you can sell and that you can do shoutouts for, that you can put in your Shopify store. There is Shopify training in basic training number 2, so you'll see how to set up like the overview and basics, theme setup, setting section setup, integrating Google Analytics so you can track things. So this is mentioned in here. That's cool. But there's no actual training on the product, so I figured that I'll do a video here. Piggyback Payday exclusive bonus for myself, how to find products to sell with the Piggyback Payday method, not taught in the course. So what I'm going to do in this video is, it's not going to be super in-depth. I don't want to trick you here into thinking that this is like a full-length course where I talk for 2 hours and show you step by step. What I'm going to do in this video, I actually haven't recorded it yet. I'm going to start doing that once I'm done with this review. But what I'll do with my bonus is I'm going to show you the website that I've gone to when I did Shopify roughly a year and a half ago, and me and my partner sold for roughly $50,000, and that was a single product that we sold. Actually, it was probably 3 or 4, but like 95% of the sales came from one product. So I'll give you an overview into that website, and I'll just show you basically what we did. So this is probably going to be a video that's going to be somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes. And that is it. That's the only bonus you need here, because the actual method is so easy, so I don't want to give you any more bonuses. So that's what you're going to get. I might take this one up later as well to show you. But anyway, so what are you going to get in the training? You're going to get the software. So if you have a Windows computer, you can download that and you can use the software, and that will save you a lot of time. If you don't have a Windows computer, let me explain what you have to do manually. And if you're okay with that, you can. You don't need the software. But if you think that it's too tedious and too time consuming, okay, it's cool. So, quick overview video explains the whole software and method in 3 minutes. Let me just basically explain here then. So, what this software is going to do is, when you type in a search word, it's going to run through Instagram basically and find the most active accounts that has the best engagements. Now, what you can do from there is you can contact the vendors or not the vendors, the account holders, I guess is what you say, the people that have the accounts. You can ask them if they are doing a shout out. If they say yes, you can then pay them. It will be roughly $10 to $40 depending on how big the group or the account is that you're targeting, if you put it that way. Like if you're going after an account that has 2 million followers, it's going to be expensive to do a shout out. If you're contacting someone that has somewhere between, I don't know, 10,000 and 50,000 people, it'll be a bit cheaper. So that is pretty much what it does. And you're going to get an overview of the piggyback system here in the next couple of videos as well, where I think his name was Jay. Let's take a look.
Hello, this is Jay Slava, and I'd like.
Yes, it's Jay. So he's going to show you the actual method if you do it the manual way, basically typing in. So for example, what he did, he searched for cat, and then what you can do manually is you can look through this. You can find someone that has a lot of followers. You can then contact them, and then it's explained more in the next couple of videos. I'm not going to drag this on, but then research how to find influencers, how to do an example of a shout out. This is what I'm going to offer in my bonus as well. I'll just show you where you can find products to actually do shout outs for. And then there's going to be some training on the actual software, which will look like this. So basically what they've done here is they've searched for, let's see, Marvel, and the software is then going to find how many followers a particular account has got, how many, I think this is how many likes they get on average per post. Is it average per post? That sounds very high if they only have, I'm not entirely sure, but then they're going to find engagement. This is the most important one. Apparently they've got some custom algorithm here which measures the engagement. I don't know how accurate it is. They said it was accurate, so hopefully it is, but it's basically going to find how much engagement this particular account is getting. And I guess that kind of makes sense. Like if it's like 159% of the followers, maybe, I don't know what it works. I'm super bad at math as well, but it's explained in the videos as well. I'm not sure if they explain exactly what the engagement algorithm was. I couldn't hear it, but that's it. So you're also going to see download the Piggyback Payday email and message. This is what you can send out as an example to them when you contact them. And it's going to be very short. You're basically just going to ask, hi, do you do shout outs? And if they do, you'll see an example of a example reply and how to then proceed, basically. And then in training number 2, this is for the front end. You'll be able to download trust badges for Shopify to basically increase trust when people go to your Shopify store, and download the Shopify shipping rules. I don't really know what that is. I didn't go through that one. But then there's some legal and must-have pages for your Shopify store, setting up your Facebook pixel if you want to run Facebook ads and stuff, I guess. And then just how to set up Shopify, like the basics. But Shopify will run you roughly, what is it? Is it $27 per month, something like that? $17, $27, $37 per month, so fairly cheap. And you're going to see some examples here. If you go to, actually, sorry, that's in the upsell. But in the upsell, you'll see some example of a conversation that Jay had with a account owner, and then how much money he made from it. So he paid one guy, I think he paid him $10, and he made $339 from one shout out. So this method can be extremely lucrative. And that's the front end. So let me cover the upsells quickly. OTO number 1 is Piggyback Payday Pro. Twice the profits, twice as fast. I'm not going to read all about it. You can just pause the screen if you want to take a look. But that's going to be $37. OTO 2 is going to be $27, if I'm not mistaken. And that is another piece of software that allows you to dramatically increase profits. Finds the hottest, oh, okay, cool. Finds the hottest selling products for this method. Okay, I actually didn't see that before when I went through this. Okay, so basically what that does is, if you purchase OTO2, you'll be able to find the best selling products on probably the website that I'm going to talk about in my bonus as well. It's a very well-known website. That's pretty cool in that case. Okay, so that's completely up to you, though. I'm going to assume that this is Windows only as well, so make sure that if you have a MacBook, don't get this. And that one was $27. And OTO3, 2 weeks of live coaching and Q&A along with a lifetime mastermind group for support. That was $97, and the downsell was $47. So that is pretty much it. So Piggyback Payday Pro. You may want to consider this, so it reminds you of who you've already contacted, keeps notes of each customer's. Oh, okay, that's cool. You can get more results. Yeah, take a look at the sales video for OTO1. It sounds pretty cool. But that is pretty much it. So as for the pro trading, if you go in here, you're going to see that there's a couple more videos here, some software tricks you can do, and then some case studies. I'm not going to show you that because that's something that you're going to get if you purchase, of course. But that is pretty much it. And then scaling case studies, how to scale this method up. And that's something that you should absolutely do. And again, it's not going to cost you a lot of money before you can start seeing results here. Assuming you're willing to set up your Shopify store and actually take action. But hopefully my bonus will be enough for you. Or it will be actually, because if you just set up Shopify, it's very simple to do so. And the only thing you really need after you set up the Shopify store is find a product that you want to sell, and then you go out and do the Piggyback Payday method. That's how simple it is. So again, I don't want to make any promises here that you're going to make $700 a week right away. Depends on how much action you take, on the product you find, and how willing you are to actually make this work, I guess. But that's it. Overall, very solid course. I think you're going to really like this one. Just keep in mind, if you have a MacBook, I don't know if they say that somewhere. Okay, no, as of now, this is like a sales page preview. It doesn't say here that it's for Windows only. But if you've got like Boot Camp or something on Mac, so that you have Windows in another partition, you can install it there. But if you only have a MacBook like I have right now, or I do have a Windows computer, but not at my girlfriend's place where I'm right now, or most of the time, I can't show you the actual software in action, but it seems pretty cool. So that's it. Thank you for watching my Piggyback Payday review. I hope you liked it. Have a great day. Click the link in the description below to come to the sales page and give it a go. Cool. Talk to you soon.